Hello everyone, and today we have another video for you. It's RFM's StuG III G. It's obviously back to the normal armour things we do on this channel, and I hope you enjoyed the Lotus 79, as we do have more car kits coming up, and sorry to those who didn't, but yeah. So here's the box, and well, it's an RFM kit. RFM is a great company, especially for these StuGs, Panzer IIIs or Panzer IVs. Their toolings of them are incredible. As someone who's built another StuG of theirs and a Panzer IV of theirs in the past, I can tell you that if you're an enthusiast of these tanks, then go ahead and pick one up. You know, the price will obviously be a bit higher, but worth it for what you're paying. Anyways, as with most tank builds, or armour kits should I say, we started off with the suspension. So I didn't show it there, but it's just regular torsion bars like most other kits come with. And here's the back. So I did not bend that rear part like I did on my Panzer III, as well I was going off a specific reference image and it didn't have that, so yeah. So here you can see the sides, the front and the back glued in place. So that part there, that arrow, shows you which way you should put the rear plate in so that you don't put it upside down, because I've seen some people do it, and well, if you've done it before, don't hide it and admit it in the comments. So about those torsion bars, you could see them inside there. Some of them snapped, like probably you've experienced before. As you can see there, one is hanging off. But the wheels were, the suspension was specifically placed to recreate the famous or infamous, depends how you look at it, StuG lean. Yes, I know it's not fully realistic, but the artistic interpretation and, you know, it just looks cool when it's on a diorama. So yeah, don't go at me in the comments if anything. So here, this top plate had to be held down whilst gluing it. You can see there at the front it's all in place now, and the return rollers were also placed up where they should be. I chose both different types to just make it look like, you know, that real last production. The factories were just choosing whatever they had laying around. You know, Germany wasn't really high on supplies by the end of the war, if you didn't know that. But yeah. So the sprocket and idler wheel were like every other Panzer III idler wheel and sprocket. But here I said in my Dragon kit, I think it was, yes, that the idler wheel came with 3 separate parts of PE. But here RFM was nice enough and gave us a full circle, so I guess, you know, you didn't have to go through the pain of trying to get it to line up. So here we assembled the breech. It's just like every other breech, you know. And there's the three holes there at the bottom so that you can place it in. And now it is, as you can see, placed in with the casemate surrounding it and the mantlet on there. Interestingly, the mantlet already came with a texture on it, but I decided to add my own just to make it a bit more rougher. So here the barrel was put in place. I don't know, did I just not glue it on good enough or something? Oh yeah, and they give you another option for a StuG. I decided to do a StuH. But anyway, so I don't know, did I just not glue it in good or something, but it kept falling out when I was painting it, so that was annoying. But let's move on to the rear engine deck. So here it is complete, and I did not put the wheel on the other side, as I said before. I was trying to match a reference image I found, and it did not have it there. So here we have everything assembled, and yes, I know that is a huge jump from what I've shown before, but well, it's just like any other StuG kit if you've built it. So this kit came with a decent amount of PE, with the shirtsen or side skirts coming as PE, unlike some Tamiya kits coming with one part plastic, and also the storage rack at the back had to be bent, which was a bit of a hassle, but you know, if you fight your way through it, I guess you'll get there. And you know, since I'm not experienced with PE, I think anyone should be able to do it if I can. So that place at the back looked a bit empty, so you know, I got whatever storage was lying around, you know, some wheels, barrels, jerry cans, everything, and just put it there. I also, you know, attempted some tarps. I'm pretty pleased with how they came out. Some of the other one on the closer to the camera looks a bit off, but it looks fine with paint on it. So as you can see, there's also some figures. I actually included 2 more, I believe, in the diorama. And yeah, here I also added an MG, and I think that's a Car 98, just to, you know, make it lift in. And that texture I earlier mentioned on the parts that would be cast. I'm not sure that part next to the cupola be cast, but you know, it looks cool. So yeah. So I guess it's time for my final thoughts on this kit and how it built up. So it's an RFM kit, so obviously fit was good. You know, it's actually enjoyable to build, unlike the Dragon kit, the Dragon Panzer III, which had some mislabeled instructions. But this one seemed to be fine. The PE was also substantial and good enough to replicate, well, a historically accurate vehicle. Yes, I know there's probably some imperfections, but like, I don't build perfectly historically accurate vehicles, just things that, you know, represent the historical event they participated in. And well, without any further ado, I think we're on to painting. So here I primed it. I don't actually remember what primer I used here. I think it was actually, oh okay, so this is the Dunkelgelb coat on top of that black primer. Looks white. Anyways, so it was, I believe, some sort of light ochre mixed with white, and it came out as this extremely bright and stunning colour. But it also kind of matches the late war paint, as they did not have a lot of pigment and so on to make it look like earlier war Dunkelgelb. So I guess that's where historically accurate comes in play. So the next camo was this sort of netted brown, let's say, more orangey. I also found one image, I think, serving in Italy. It was a StuG. So yes, this isn't recreating a historically accurate vehicle in Berlin or wherever in 1945, but the camera just, you know, looked cool. And if you've been a long time viewer of this channel since September, you would remember my collection of model video, and I showed this StuG, and it has a really similar camera pattern to what I've done now, just then I had a way cheaper airbrush and I didn't have as much control as I had now, so, you know, interesting to see how my skills are evolving. So my hand's in the way for this painting, but I painted the tops next. First I applied this dark green over them. Then this sort of lighter, like highlightish green to, you know, pick out some of the details that you could not see under the regular base coat, and, you know, to add a bit of variation in the top. So now the barrel was painted, I actually really enjoyed painting wood. You know, probably one thing I should do more often. But it was just painted with multiple tones of brown, light to dark to light again, and then some black on it to make it look a bit like burnt. Okay, now I guess I've got something to tell you guys. As you can see, we jumped from me painting StuH to a whole diorama. First of all, I somehow lost the footage for the rest of the barrel. I don't know where. And second of all, I did not record any of this diorama as, well, I just wanted to do it for myself. You know, work of it. Sometimes you have to turn the camera off, put the mic down, and just get on with what you want for yourself. And I guess this was that moment. And damn, does this sound depressing, but you know, I don't run this channel especially to just get the views and people to look at my work and be like, oh, this guy dedicates his whole life to this. I just, you know, want to show you guys what I do, and sometimes it just, you know, it feels a bit tiring to try to show everything you do to everyone. But anyways, I don't want to end this video on such a depressing low note, so if you don't like this format of the shorter video with only showing the sub-assemblies built up, I do have videos prepared for you guys with like full build, you know, every part added, every little gluing of a part that's maybe 1mm big. I've got that prepared. You know, I might put out the cut version and then maybe a non-cut version to those who want to spend an hour or two watching me build. I hope there's some of you out there. But yeah, I also have some videos of me painting, which you haven't seen in a while. And I also have other subjects on this ready for this channel. Aircraft, you know, cars, things that, you know, I just want to try out a bit different from armour. But yeah, you might see one of those aircraft video next week. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video and can't wait to see you in the next one.